Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of wheat-related Minecraft in a stream that absolutely could have been a video, because I'm not actually going to be playing for very long. Or I might actually just pull out the microphone and peacefully stream and then occasionally type in chat if anyone's here. But I just wanted to plant some wheat. Got home from work and baked some cookies. They are on the counter upstairs, becoming perfect. Cookies become perfect gradually and then suddenly. Hi, Renee. See, a lot of people, you know, they want to eat a cookie like when it comes out of the oven. But as I've said before, this is a thing that, you know, that's fine for inferior cookies. But when you have like really exceptional cookies, you need the structure to stabilize. And that's how you get elite tier textures. I need to make some bread. Maybe I'll make bread tomorrow, and then I can like hold up a bread loaf and talk about the virtues of the bread. and yes, I am usually asleep now, but it is my day off tomorrow, so my bedtime is slightly different. Plus, I know my brother's watching a movie, and I've seen it before, so I know how long it is, and I also know that it is very engaging, so he won't stop watching before too long. Hey Julie, hey Natasha. It is a time warp, a wheat-related time warp. We're going to lay down, floating in the ground. It's very meditative to do this. Very important to get your rest. Also because the sunlight helps the wheat grow. Any light would, but I am quite clearly too set on planting wheat to think about something like torches. Who cares about torches when there is wheat to lay down? But I also drank like several cups of coffee as I was closing the restaurant, as I usually do. But there was like a whole urn for me, and it was delightful. So I'm not at all sleepy. But at some point, I'll either have to stop the stream or silence it, because I simply cannot talk at an appropriate volume. I'll get too excited about wheat, or I'll be telling some story and then just start hollering it. But anyway, yes, the rare semi late night after midnight stream. But I have to stay up for another 45 minutes or so anyway, because as part of the aging process of the cookies, for achieving perfect texture, you want them to be like on the wire cooling rack for like an hour, but not more than that, and then you want to get them covered up. And then after like a few more hours, when they're sealed up and airtight, then they get what I call the perfect butter structure. You don't think 7 cups of coffee is really healthy? I said several. I'm glad you estimated it at 7, because that is that's less than I had right then, but certainly not less than I had all day. I don't want to like start naming numbers. They're so precise. It's so hurtful, you know, because really, like, what is a cup of coffee? Are they going to measure it in volume? But that's just like a suspension in water. You could add more water to it, and that would appear to be more coffee. Clearly, like, that won't work. You're going to measure it in grams? I mean, I know how many grams of coffee my coffee at home is. I think we could definitely say that I do drink too much coffee. You're quite wise to point that out. Whether it's several cups of coffee at 10 p.m. or 7, it is still, you know, the sort of thing that people would caution against. But does this look like the mustache of a guy that's not going to have as much coffee as he wants? Does this look like the mustache of a guy that is going to say no? No. No, as it was rounding on about 8:15 or so, I was looking longingly at the coffee pot, and there wasn't anything in it. And then I got another one made. Do I have specific boundaries for the wheat field? Jolie, what an excellent question. Not exactly. On the other side of Wheat Mountain there, I just sort of got to a point where I kind of wanted to do it in this direction. But this is, yeah, so let's just go and take a look at it. And by that, I mean fly in the air, for that is the only way to do this, because I haven't killed the dragon in this world. So, everything that we've planted on this whole side, not that stuff, those are like radishes or whatever, beetroots. But everything here has been done in like this this recent burst. So all of that little island in the middle, that's like the original wheat field. This is what I thought a big wheat field was one time. It was just like this right here, and it was bounded by the farmhouse. And then I planted like all of that. Is this a whole world dedicated to wheat? This is actually just my survival world. This was my first peaceful world. I played a bunch of normal and kept dying and being terrible, and then I turned it to peaceful. So this is basically a world dedicated to wheat, but I also have like a bunch of other stuff here and other places. I have like a field of 1,000 cows and stuff. So this is the boundary of the wheat field of Wheat Mountain. I planted this like a month ago. I don't play here all the time, but so when you're far enough away, it doesn't grow. So that's why it hasn't grown. And then, yeah, so as you see, it's an average amount of wheat. I could plant more, and you know, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little, pretty cool wheat field. Obviously, it could be more extensive. But this field is like actually irrigated, and some of it's like really lousy and like terraced because I didn't affect too much of the verticality. But we have big long rows here, and this is like where I usually farm the wheat at. But yeah, there's that's the wheat tour. But what we're doing right now, yeah, I guess I can just fly. There's nothing stopping me from doing this. There are no rules. So we're gonna plant wheat like this whole way, because this mountain, I'm like, and when I said this whole way, I mean like still here, like how you see it there. We're gonna plant wheat all the way over here. This is my little island where I have like my trees, and there's like 1,500 chickens in there. And then up here, we're still gonna have wheat this whole way across here. And then we're gonna build like an awesome little like Parthenon temple up there on top of that mountain. And that's the plan. And when I get there, then I'll say it's a lot of wheat. But as we see, we're not too far away. We can't see the mountain yet, but before too long, it'll get into view, because right here is the wheat mark. And even now, we're like sort of we're getting so far away from Wheat Mountain that some of it isn't even rendered in. So you know, a very great wheat-related success. And there is indeed always more wheat to plant, and I think that is a great comfort. It certainly is a great comfort to me. Sometimes whenever I don't know what to do, I think, well, you know, just go plant more wheat. You'll never feel like there's no purpose, as long as there is grass to plant. And someone has explained to me, using math, the amount of Minecraft blocks. It's a large number, so I think I would actually never run out. I mean, clearly I'm like functionally immortal. I've been alive for just so long. But no matter how long forever is, we could probably get more wheat, because we could also like go down a level and put more dirt down there and then plant wheat underneath this wheat. And then, you know, like, that's just one of the things that I would do with immortality. I mean, the list is not long, mostly wheat related. Now that we're getting to it, you know, I just like bake bread all the time. That's just wheat. But maybe tomorrow I'll make some bread. That'd be fun. I haven't made bread in a while. You guys would be really impressed. My bread loaves look pretty good. They actually don't look terribly dissimilar to the icon in Minecraft there. And I'll be able to hold it up to the microphone and knock on the bottom, and you'll be able to agree that it sounds nice and hollow. Or maybe I won't do that at all, and I'll just plant wheat instead. It's hard to say. But no, it's not just a wheat world. I also have like 7,000 bookshelves. I'm wanting to build this awesome great library in a hidden spot underneath that village over there, that town. But all I've done is get 7,000 bookshelves. I have not actually started putting them down. If you can't stop thinking about watermelons all day, I would say, like, boot up a Minecraft world and start farming melons. I bet that would be a really fulfilling thing. This dude at work was telling me about a melon farming YouTuber. I think someone else was here. Yeah, because the name was my name backwards. My actual name backwards. And I was like, is this one of my old usernames from when I was a kid? But I guess his thing is melons. So I'm glad I didn't choose his, you know, not like I would be dissuaded. If watermelons were my obsession, then we would have a field of melons, but I think the wheat is nice. And the thing is about the wheat is, you know, when it's growing, it's green, which is nice. And then, you know, you get your beautiful gold color. And then when you get any verticality, you have like a little bit of the brown from dirt. And it just sort of sets it off a little bit. It's pretty nice. Do I know what to do when my cat is eating my arm? Well, I think in that case, it's sort of like the cat's arm now. So what you do is wait until it doesn't want the arm anymore. Cats are simultaneously very reasonable creatures and also incomprehensible demonic terrors, and sometimes it's easier to just let them have what they want and not argue with them. Because the good thing about a cat is, even if they're bullying you right now, they're going to lose focus. They're a cat. How long are they going to chew on your arm? And what were you even using the arm for anyway? Did you think I was going to be on the cat side? I was always going to be on the cat side. But yeah, you know, it's... one day you'll look back fondly on all the times that your cat was eating your arm. You'll be like, you know, I was barely using that arm for anything anyway. That's 100% correct. I'm glad that cat got more use out of it than me. A 10 million melons in 100 days. That is amazing. Jolie. Well, you know, it just makes sense, right? Why get artificial watermelon soap when you could use a real watermelon? Like, why are you gonna pay these big corporations to make shampoo when you could just, like, squeeze out a melon? It's even pink. No, there's a song by the Flaming Lips called "She Don't Use Jelly, Vaseline," and it's a hilarious song. It's super strange. Uh, the title verse is about how this person puts Vaseline on toast instead of jelly, and then in hey man, and then in the second verse, I think it's the second one, he talks about one of his friends who dyes her hair with tangerines, and I think cleaning your hair with watermelons could be a good verse in that Flaming Lips song. But Manic, we are just wheating it up. I'm up past my bedtime. I gotta stop talking at some point, but probably not right now. I got a few more minutes left. I think. Look over my shoulder. Pick a random number between 1 and 10,000. Well, if I pick it, it won't be random anymore. And if you're wondering if I am that helpful all the time, yes. Yes, I am. Usually when people have me pick a number, I pick 27. However, that is such a wide range, so I'll pick 27. Is this going to be like one of those paper things in school where you like read my fortune with it? I'm moving my fingers as if I have, you know, what you all know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean. I'm sure that there are no schools in the world that don't have people doing that silly little paper thing. Although I'm sure that whatever's inside changes depending on the culture. It just occurs to me that I don't know what those are called. I'm sure that I've heard names for them that aren't very nice because I grew up in Arkansas, but I don't know what they're called. I confess I never learned how to make them. The fortune teller papers, yes, there you go. Because I never learned how to make them. Just some stuff I never thought was very cool. The silly paper thing. You know, like, I would play them, like, if one of my friends designed one, but that wasn't a thing that I would personally make. Too social of a game, right? If I was going to play a social game, I wanted to do something cooler, you know, like where we pretended to be Mortal Kombat characters and almost got in trouble until we explained that we weren't like shooting each other, we were like freezing, and that was safe. Patty said fortune tellers got banned in your 5th grade year. Well, you know, they were probably telling the truth too often, and it started making people nervous. Mark, you say how much do I want you to donate? Dude, I literally don't have any way for you to even do that. Unless there's one automatically that I don't know about. But, you know, keep your money and spend it on somebody that you love, you know, like, try to remember, like, a kind of candy that one of your friends likes and give them some candy. That'll be the best donation you can give. Hattie picks Kano every time. You know, Kano is, well, he's not a gentleman. He is interesting. He's a good fighter. I like Sub-Zero. I wouldn't, like, not let anybody else be Sub-Zero, but I like Sub-Zero. But if, like, you know, if one of my friends was gonna be Sub-Zero, then I'd be Scorpion, you know, for the feud. Alright, I am out of seeds. Time to go back to town. My favorite candy is miniature Reese's Cups. I love them so much. I just think they're wonderful. I like that they're individually wrapped. I guess you can theoretically like buy them unwrapped. I just think that's a terrible idea. I would just be like, "Rawr, rawr, rawr, rawr," you know, or whatever it would sound like if I had 15 Reese's Cups in my mouth. Because like sometimes like you unwrap like 3 or 4 in a row and none of it sticks to the wax paper and it's just so flawless and all the little ridges are there and like at the top it still looks nice and sharp where the chocolate comes out of the mold. Oh, it's so aesthetically pleasing and of course delicious. The villagers are congregating. I went way overboard with the amount of villagers. Sorry guys, I don't have any way for you to donate. Nobody's really asked me this before. So something about me is that I really hate filling out forms. So I might just never have a way for you guys to donate, and you're gonna have to keep on buying candy for your loved ones. Because like I really hate filling out forms. I don't mean to like act like you guys aren't gonna make me wealthy, but you would have to give me so much money to make me want to fill out a form that it's unlikely that you are willing to do it. I hate filling out forms. I don't go to the doctor because they make you fill out forms. When the last time I went to a doctor is because my hands literally stopped working and I couldn't do anything in life. And then once that happened, I never went back because I was afraid they would make me fill out forms once my hand worked. If that sounds like a joke, it's not a joke. That was years ago, and I've not been to a doctor. They make you fill out forms, and I hate it. There was like several years where I didn't fill out my tax forms. I paid my taxes. I didn't know the government anything. They were going to give me money back. But I hate filling out forms so much that I just didn't do it, and they just held on to my money for a while. And then I finally got around to it. But, you know, these are all true stories about me. Yes, but in terms of like direct YouTube donating, I don't think I'm even eligible yet. I am not popular enough. You have to be more popular than I am in order for YouTube to facilitate that kind of thing. And if that ever happens, if they don't make me fill out a form, then I'll go for it. God, I hate forms so much. Not tests. Tests are fine, but forms are the worst. Oh, we're making so much progress. But of course, soon enough, we're gonna need to Probably when we get to the savannah, we're going to take over. Because I want there to be, like, some trees for when we're on our island over there looking over, but not too many trees. Mainly wheat. But we should run home to the field of 1,000 cows real quick, because the hoe is getting a little beat up and it needs to get mended. Everything's coming in so wonderfully. It's my favorite animal. Oh god, I don't know. Do you want like the real answer, or the fake one, or the poetic one? Because, like, in spite of my many problems, I would say that people are my favorite animal. Like, you know, the stuff that we've brought into the world, like Minecraft and whatever this song is. Actually, I'm going to skip it. But, you know, like Minecraft and whatever this song is, are really, you know, really wonderful things. You know, there's a lot of negative things that that people do, you know, sometimes a dog, you know, is a good dog, but he chews on your shoes, and some people kind of chew on the shoes of the world. But all in all, I think people are still my favorite animal. Even though I've had many problems with them, and, you know, relatively few with a lot of other animals that I like. I think I've got wheat here somewhere. Oh no, did I leave my wheat? This is the worst. All I have is thousands of raw beef. Well, time to get some more of it. How many do I have here? Enough to kill? Oh yeah, we got like 1,200. That's just fine. I left my sword. You know, I left my sword. It's pretty bad. Oh, never mind. I got hay bales in here. We're fine. And we're just gonna run around in the field, doing normal things with a normal amount of cows. The good thing about this amount of cows is that it doesn't take very long, you know, to get what you need. You just swim around, swimming in a sea of happy cows, trying to pick up experience orbs that you can totally see on the ground, like I'm sure. Can I crash the game by turning hitboxes on? Ah, look, they are all converging upon me. This is what it looks like. Alright, that's enough of that. At least I know that my computer can handle it. I didn't really have any doubts. But I think, yep, the hoe's about to be mended up, so we're just going to, yeah, it'll be easier to move once we get the wheat out of our hand. There we go. Mr. Brown. Sorry, didn't see you say hello. But unfortunately, we're coming on the end of this stream of Just Wheat. For now, I'm up properly past my bedtime. But, you know, I'm not tired, so I think I'm just gonna do this. First of all, thanks for listening, but you can continue to watch, and if you type in chat, I'll read it and type back and such. But I'm just going to... You know, actually, it just makes me feel self-conscious to be doing it and not talking. Somehow, it's easier to stream while talking than it is to think about like doing this with my face being there and not filling the space. So anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it for the night. So sorry for the fake out. We'll zoom up in the air, take one more look at our progress, which is like such an extensive amount. It's really quite lovely what we've achieved in a short amount of time. Very proud of everything here. And yeah, we'll just we'll probably take over that, but we're gonna leave just like this whole band along here, this whole green belt along this road here. This is all, we're gonna leave this unwheated, but then here through the savannah, that'll be there, and then we'll take over this whole thing. And maybe that mountain, but probably not that mountain. Probably just this whole island or peninsula here coming up towards the wheat mountain on that side. So it'll be like 2 wheat mountains. Maybe we'll make, you know, dueling temples. But, you know, one over there, one over here. We're already so close to wheat perfection, wheatception. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. And tomorrow, I don't have to work. I only have to run like one errand. So we'll be trying to get a lot of gaming in. And hope to see you there if you feel like it. But see you guys.